What's going on, guys? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review, and that is for game night. But before that, I just want to quickly say, I know this is not my usual background. Don't get used to this. This is just like when I do live streams and stuff like that. But it's really late at night, so I just thought I'd do a really quick review for game night. And yeah, I'll get back to my normal setup in my next review. So game night obviously stars Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams and some other few cast members as well. And this movie's been in my radar for a while now. I remember late last year, there was like some screenings for it. It kept popping up, and then I think like 2 to 3 weeks ago, I actually had some tickets for an early screening, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. But I saw the trailer, and to be honest, I was really into it. I really like this whole concept of a game night, how it's kind of like, okay, they think they're playing a game, but really not. And no spoilers here, because I just thought of something to say, but I was like, no, that's going to be spoilers. So again, spoiler-free review. Don't worry on that front. But yeah, I'm happy to say that this movie was actually really fun, was really funny, entertaining throughout the whole film as well. I would say that one of my negatives is kind of like, I don't know if they decided to not use a score or music throughout some of the movie, at least in the first half, or maybe it was just my theater. Probably I noticed that sometimes that specific theater I go to, like the audio's off a little bit, which kind of sucks. But maybe it's just a theater, but I don't know, it kind of threw me off. Usually there's like a score or soundtrack, and for me it's like, okay, this is not like one of those type of films that, like, okay, you know what, this film doesn't need a score or soundtrack, But it was just in the beginning, I noticed it in some like long scenes, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. I didn't really like it, but again, that's just a little nitpick, and it was just in the first half of the movie. So other than that, guys, I really had a fun time with this movie. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. It's just a good time at the movies, a lot of laughs. The cast is great too, and I really like that this movie kind of, it sort of like, it presents itself with the trailer and then when you see in the movie as something, but it winds up being something a little bit more than just, these people on this game night trying to figure out what's exactly going on. It kind of has a little bit more meaning to it, and kind of this development as well of these characters in the situation that they're in, the two main ones. Excuse me. And so I really like that they kind of added a little bit more than just a comedy, just a little layer. It might be a little thin layer, but there's something there to kind of look at and kind of think about. So I really appreciated that. And yeah, like I said, the cast throughout the film was amazing. But I have to point out my favorite, which is none other than Jesse Plemons. You guys may recognize him from Breaking Bad, and also more. He's done some films as well. He was in The Post last year, but more recently, obviously, he was in the Star Trek themed episode of Black Mirror, if you will. So I thought he was just hilarious. He just stole a lot of the scenes that he was in. Well, most of the scenes, every time he was on screen, the whole crowd was just laughing, just sort of his mannerisms and stuff like that. And, yeah, with that being said, this movie does take, now thinking about it, it has some twists and turns. So it's just a fun ride, guys. I can't recommend this movie enough. This is like one of the reasons why I go to the movies, to have a just fun experience, laugh with the audience, and kind of just forget about the real world for a bit, So yeah, if I have to give game night a score, I think I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. It was just, like I said, it's I feel like in the long run this movie won't be memorable. It's not as groundbreaking as something like The Hangover was a few years back, but I do feel like in just this time frame, maybe this year, it's gonna be a film that you can go back to. It's just nothing groundbreaking, but it's still, like I said, a fun, hilarious time at the movies with something a little bit else under it too, to kind of look forward to. So, and the cast is great. So with that being said, guys, if you guys did get a chance to see it this weekend, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. And yeah, if you guys want to follow me outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk with 2 Ks, and also on Stardust, just at The Real Talk. Until next time, guys, I'll see you at the movies. Later.